let me go ahead and show you a couple of things that are going on with the quilt right here. I have a hard time knowing whose quilt to call this. It's actually Maxine's quilt that Linda created for her. Maxine loves the idea of quilting, but hasn't done a lot of it on her own. Linda's super proficient at quilting, and so Linda made the quilt for Maxine, for her grandson who loves to play the guitar. So go ahead and check out other videos of this one, and you'll see some other ideas that I shared on this specific idea here, on this specific quilt, I mean. And Maxine knowing that her grandson's favorite colors were red and blue, she came up with the color scheme here. And then Linda probably came up with a lot of this pinwheel design, because that's very much a type of trait that Linda would create on a quilt. Now let's go ahead and talk about that pinwheel. If you can see, look at how nice and smooth this is fitting on the top of the quilt machine. I'm super impressed with it. Well, when you get a pinwheel like that, you've got a lot of layers coming together. So when I look at the back side of the front of the quilt, I'm going to show you how beautifully she did on her pressing job. She left her seams just a little bit wider, which doesn't hurt my feelings any, because when you do that, we are able to distribute the bulk a little bit better. And then secondly, she pressed this inner block open. Super happy about that. Very nicely done. Again, that is able to distribute the bulk. If she had pressed it down like this, look at how much bulk we would have had right there. I really appreciate that. I think if you don't always understand what the long armer needs, you may not consider that particular idea. So I want to be able to emphasize that and let people know. And then you can see how well she did pressing out each of these borders right here, pushing each one outward as she did. So nicely done. When you're pressing, don't just press the bottom side of the top of the quilt. Be sure and turn that over and press the top side of the top of the quilt as well. Otherwise, you can have these ridges that follow in under here, and it really can get stitched in. It's very unsightly. We don't want to have that happening. So you want to be sure and press on the top side of the quilt as well. This is going to be so much fun to finish up right here. I'm really excited about it. When we get done with it and it gets bound, I know that her grandson is really going to enjoy this one. My friends, what do you have going? Have you made a quilt with a guitar on it before? Have you used a guitar motif? I'm excited to hear what you have. Let's talk about it. Let's get a conversation going. In the meantime, I can't wait to see what you're going to make.